Cheesy. I'm still not liking you on Facebook. How is it that you have a movie that kicks so much more ass the second time around? Summer Wars, beastly. Guys, what's going on? NGS back again for another late night video. Chilled, laid back, relaxing. Watching some anime right now. Just finished rewatching Summer Wars for the third time. I don't know why, but just that movie is just awesome. It's epic. Great acting, great animation, great story. It's epic, man. I don't know. It's just, I can rewatch this movie and not get bored of it. Wow. That's a good movie right there. That's a movie where you can watch it so many times where it does not get stale. So I want to tackle something that's been pretty controversial in the comic book world for the past couple of days. And while I did talk about this in depth, I don't know if I gave it too much precedence on my last Blog TV. Yeah, Blog TV this week. I don't know the exact date. I think it's probably going to be either Thursday night or Friday night. Just check my Twitter, you guys. Twitter.com/NeoGameSpark. And if you have me on Facebook, then you'll know by my updates. I'll automatically tell you. But Blog TVs are every week. For the next like 2 or so weeks. I don't know how it's going to work with school, because college is more important. YouTube, this is going to take a back seat to college. So, yeah, just for now, we're going to have one this week and we're going to have one next week. So just follow me on Twitter to hear all the updates about my live streaming events. And since a lot of people aren't in attendance on my Blog TV, and I forgot to hit the record button so people could go see this, I said, might as well just do a video of it on YouTube. And that is regarding the whole controversy surrounding the death of Peter Parker / Spider-Man in the Ultimate Marvel Comics universe. For anyone who is not particularly comic book savvy on, what are all these different universes, why did you mention them? In the world of comic books, there are multiple retellings of a character. Like, since we're on the topic of Spider-Man, let's use him. There's not just Ultimate Spider-Man, but there's Amazing Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man, and even with the X-Men, you've got Uncanny X-Men, Astonishing X-Men, Ultimate X-Men. So it's just essentially a retelling of established characters, yet they do they take liberties, obviously, and they would change certain storylines, change certain characters to make it fit in that universe so they can have opportunities for new stories, new characters, new experiences, and, generally they are something worth reading, second time around. While you can sense that, oh, this is kind of the same story, they do change a lot of stuff up. And they don't change it just based on changing it for the fact that, oh, well, let's just change it because we can change it. But I like seeing new stories with new characters that isn't restricted by the continuity of the previous series. And I think that they should do that more often. Oh god, I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon! So the death of Peter Parker in the Ultimate Comics, on paper, it wouldn't sound like much because, it's not the entire Spider-Man character as a whole. All the series aren't being canceled. It's just in one universe. That is true. But I think one of the main reasons why people are throwing a huge fit about this, in addition to what results out of this death, is just based on the fact that it's Spider-Man. Marvel's flagship, Marvel's iconic character. The web slinger, the friendly neighborhood, Spider-Man, Peter Parker, a character who most of us have grown up with. Be it the comic books, the awesome television series, the live-action movies, just everybody's known about Spider-Man. And when you kill off such an iconic character, people don't know what to think. At first, people are outraged at this. And then you got people like me who are more level-headed, who let this sink in and realize that if it helps the story flow better, then it is perfectly acceptable. Because for one, if you have a character in a series that is long-running, it's kind of hard to keep your audience in because they think it gets stale, with the same writers, it's just essentially different scenario but same outcome. It can get hard to attract, fans into it if it's just the same thing over and over. So, by killing off Peter Parker, I think generally it was a good thing for the story because they felt that it was time for Peter Parker to, be put to sleep in this universe. They felt that the time was right, and I'm perfectly fine with that because, I love the character. So him being killed off, kind of bothers me, but at the same time, I think it was good for the story. And I think a lot of people just accept that if they are going to kill off a character, if it's done right, it should be accepted. Now, if it's just half-assed and they kill it for the sake of killing it so they can do something else, oh yeah, we can throw a bitch fit. But in this case, I think it was for the best. But that's not really the main problem. I think people can look past that. The main problem is what spawned from this. So Peter Parker's dead. Everyone's boo-hoo crying. And out from the ashes rises up with a new character who is going to fill the shoes of Peter Parker. And that character is named Miles Morales. Miles Morales, if you couldn't tell already, is a half-black, half-Hispanic minority character who's going to become the new Spider-Man.
Well, that's fine, but I don't see how that affects...
Is this generally a problem to me? No. If, and only if, this was a separate series. I have no problem with them changing the race of a certain character if it's done right, you know. In certain cases, if like they change the ethnicity just for the sake of saying, oh, we want to attract more Latino, minority people in here, so we're going to change the character to Asian, Native American, German, you know, just so we can attract more audiences. If it's done like that, no. But if it's done, you know, tastefully, like if they do it so they show a lot about how Peter Parker, let's say he grew up, well, in this case, Morales, if he grew up in the ghetto or something, and see how that would affect him, how he had a different outlook on life, that's perfectly fine, you know, if they have a new series, like a new series that would exist in parallel to the alternative Peter Parker. Like, Peter Parker could die, and they could start up this new series with a black, you know, Spider-Man. I have no problem with that. I'm not race picky on what they do with characters, as long as it's done right. But no, that's not what Marvel... Disney? Is that you? That's not what they're doing this time around. So they're introducing this black Latino character just because they want to get in more readers. That is the general consensus with what I have seen and what a lot of us intellectual fans have seen. We're not talking about the people who, you know, say this is racist, this is racist, this is racist. No, the people who actually take more than 5 seconds to understand what they're trying to do. This is the general consensus that I'm getting at what Marvel's doing. They killed off Peter Parker just because they want to bring in a mixed ethnicity person to become the new Spider-Man, to bring more viewers in because they think with that they have more options for new stories because he's black, Latino, he's mixed. They can do so much more with it. Yeah, I'm going to be kind of interested to see how you can do that. And here's the problem why this isn't a good idea. The obvious one being, this is still set in the established Ultimate Spider-Man universe. This is still in the same universe with Peter Parker, Mary Jane, Aunt May. This is the same universe. It's the same thing. It takes up right where Peter Parker died. And this is from what I've read from all the press releases. Now, we know they're probably going to bring out more out there because, you know, they just shit changes. The internet moves on. The world moves on, you know, so there's always going to be new information. But from the time this recording, August 9th, this is what I'm seeing. And this is what I'm basing it off of. And there's the biggest problem. Why the hell would you introduce this new character in there, Joe, just because we can? Oh, just because we want more people in. You guys wonder why you are losing subscribers by the truckload? You guys wonder why there's not a real interest in comic books? Oh, it's not because of e-readers. Oh, it's not because comic books are lame. It's because you guys are making these BS claims saying this is for the better when it's not. Changing the race of a character just to draw in more viewers is not good. And honestly, if it was a white character, if it was someone else filling Peter Parker's shoes, I'd still be pissed off because they're just killing him off so they could introduce another character. This has nothing to do with race, people. This is just bullshit. At the end of the day, this is just bullshit, you guys. They're killing him off just so they want to introduce another character. Hey, newsflash, if you guys are going to do 30 different alternate universes, why not add another one? Why not make this a separate universe where Spider-Man grows up black? Why don't you do that? What? You got 16 different versions of X-Men, 30 different versions of Spider-Man, and you don't want to do one that would actually work right if you do it from the ground up? How is this a problem? This makes shit. This makes so much sense because it's been done before. And to address the people who are saying that if you don't like this, then you are racist. No, we are not attacking Marvel or Disney or whatever because they're introducing a mixed character. It's because of the reasons why they're doing it. Just because they want to tell new stories with this character. I really want to see what new stories they're talking about. Set in that universe, as that Spider-Man, No, I don't think so, because this is not the Spider-Man we grew up with. This is somebody else. He's going to be totally different than Peter Parker. He's going to have a different outlook on life than Peter Parker. And the reason why we read Spider-Man was because of Peter Parker. Because of that Peter Parker. Again, why didn't they do this as a separate series where they can establish him as a different character? If they don't want to start a new comic book franchise altogether, that's fine. But you couldn't make this like a Mega Spider-Man or something. You couldn't make this like Untangible Spider-Man. You couldn't come up with another title for this? Are you kidding me, Marvel? Is this your cop-out excuse? Because it's the Spider-Man name. That's the end of the day reason. Because they think it won't sell unless it's tacked on to that damn name. Wow. I really hate the way the world is going. I really do. Is the idea of having more mixed ethnicity superheroes a bad thing? No, I don't think it is. I think we need more of them. If you're going to do it right. In this case, when you're just changing him up for the sake of, oh, we just want a new character. We just want to tell new stories. It doesn't work that well, Marvel. It doesn't. You're just introducing him in there for the hell of it, just to see what people are going to say. That's it, you guys. Those are my whole thoughts / discussion on this new Spider-Man. I don't really feel the need to point out how stupid this decision is, not based off of race, but just based off you're killing him just so you can introduce a new character? Oh, wow, you couldn't do a whole new series altogether? Oh, wow, I wonder what the hell are they thinking up there, Marvel? Can we get like the original heads back in there? You know, the guys who actually gave two shits about comics and not what they thought people cared about? What they thought being the key word, not what they actually do. It's pretty pathetic if you ask me. So that's the end of this video. I'm a GS signing out, and I'll catch you guys later.